So I'm walking through my town's high street, and then there's like some kind of cosplay event going on. This is like really unusual.
Today on the show, we're going to be talking about DC's relaunch, DC Rebirth. So DC is relaunching again. Everything is going to be starting from number 1. I think this is for the 3rd time. I guess DCU doesn't really count as a whole line-wide relaunch, so for the 2nd time in a very close space of time. Obviously the previous time was the New 52. What DC Rebirth plans to do is incorporate the best of pre-New 52 and the best of the New 52 and sort of bring it together and sort of create a new foundation for DC's future that's not the New 52, it's not pre-New 52, it's its own thing, and it's going to bring back the reason why we love certain characters and teams, because DC has admitted that that was lost for most characters in the New 52. However, they can't just dump the New 52, obviously, because they put a lot of time and money into it, and to dump it would be a total waste. And obviously, a company like this, a creative company, don't want to admit that the art they created was bad. Rebirth was initially teased to us in January, then in the following month it was explained to us what it was, and then I was actually at WonderCon when they gave us a bit of a rundown of all the characters. And so that was a fun time, because that's all anyone really wanted to talk about, and I couldn't go to the live event thing, even though I was invited. I was really sad about that, but I had to, so. I'm actually kind of excited to see this as a celebration of the past and present of DC, because I love the past of DC. That's why I do history videos. That's why I don't really focus on current stories. And yeah, I've done a few current stories, but DC's past is so rich. It's got so many good stories, and I just want to see that celebrated a bit more, and I don't think it was celebrated or appreciated in the New 52. There was a lot of legacies just totally erased for no reason. So DC Rebirth is going to put all of its books into 4 categories. It's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, and Other. What's interesting to me about Other is Batman Beyond and Red Hood and the Outlaws actually fall into this category, so I don't know if that means these titles are going to distance themselves from the Bat family a bit. And I'm really interested to see a Batman Beyond that doesn't rely heavily on the previously existing Batman mythos. Titans is also going to be a book. It's going to be written by Dan Abnett. I'm really excited about this because it's just a continuation of Titans Hunt, and Titans Hunt has been one of my favorite books in a long time from DC. If you've been reading Teen Titans in the New 52, you're in for a big change. The only 2 characters that are actually going over to DC Rebirth's Teen Titans are Raven and Beast Boy. Other than that, it's going to have Starfire, Damian Wayne, and Wally West as Kid Flash. Starfire is very much not a teen in the New 52. I would have actually preferred her to go into Titans, but I understand that Titans is doing a lineup that is more in the vein of the original Teen Titans, like back from the 1960s. So maybe when that book goes on a bit, we will see Starfire and Raven introduced in that one as opposed to the Teen Titans. The issue with the Teen Titans is they keep falling in this trap of, let's try and merge the TV show and the comics together. And it doesn't work for comics. It works for movies, it works for animated movies like Teen Titans versus the Justice League. What works on screen doesn't always work for comics, and what works for comics doesn't always work on screen. And the characters were so good in the 80s version to the point that they were better than the cartoon version, so I don't understand why you would do the cartoon version in the comics when people like the 80s version of these characters. They are superior versions of the characters, so it just makes sense to do those characters in the comics. Don't always do the same thing with them, but there are 1,000,001 possibilities of things that you could do with a single character. Obviously, I am very concerned about Tim Bay. He was the first person I looked for in DC Rebirth. He's not going to be in Teen Titans anymore. He's actually going to be headlining Detective Comics along with Stephanie Brown, Cassandra Cain, and Clayface. They're going to be in a team that's actually led by Batman and Batwoman. No, I'm excited for this because I adore Tim, and I think he could headline Detective Comics on his own. I feel like he's been focused on being part of a team for so long, and he had his own book for so long, but it is better than nothing. I think eventually, because he is such a strong character, he will just evolve into having his own book again eventually. It just kind of makes sense. And who knows, maybe Detective Comics will be Tim Drake and those other guys. By the way, Batman is sometimes here. This woman's a lesbian, like that kind of thing. Plus, you know, after Batwoman's book was cancelled in the New 52, she didn't do much. Like, she was there sometimes, but usually not. This month there's going to be an 80-page giant called DC Universe Rebirth Special, and it's basically going to lay the foundation for Rebirth. It's going to sort of merge the old continuity with the new 52, bring in the best of both, and that's where we're going to go forward from. So if you want to read DC Rebirth and you want to understand what the hell is going on, you definitely need to pick up this 80-page giant. Then right through till September, there are going to be a bunch of one-shots such as Teen Titans Rebirth, Deathstroke Rebirth, and so on. Overall, I'm excited to see DC Rebirth. They're kind of doing stuff that I would expect from them at first, which makes sense because people will buy this stuff and we don't want a New 52 situation where there was a bunch of really good books but no one was buying them. I think going forward in a few months' time from DC Rebirth, I would like to see stuff like the Super Young Team. Oh, and finally, one last message before I go. You know, sometimes you create a Twitter campaign and sometimes it gets trending for just 1 hour, it trends. And sometimes Gail Simone also tweets it, but hashtag bring back the butt worked and hashtag the butt is back and it's in blue. Yes, Nightwing is coming back. It's going to focus on Dick Grayson and it's going to be a twice monthly book. Obviously, I am concerned about the quality of any book that's coming out twice a month, but I'm sure it will be fine. I hope it will be fine. Please let it be fine, but I'm excited to see Nightwing return. This being said, he's been Nightwing in Titans Hunt, but let's just ignore that and pretend that that didn't happen so we can be even more excited. Okay guys, that is it for today. So what do you think of DC Rebirth? Please let me know in the comments down below. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more history videos. And also don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, support the show by checking my Patreon if you want to see bigger and better and more history videos. And also don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and subscribe to my gaming channel where we're going to be playing 3DS games now. And also don't forget to subscribe to my vlogging channel if you'd like to see my life. I'm doing weekly vlogs where I take about a camera with me. It's very, very exciting. I'm pretty sure I said like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter twice, 3 times now. So I am going to go, but seriously, don't forget to caress the subscribe button and hit like, and I'm twaddling on, so I'm going. Bye! No, seriously, a lot of their actions aren't making sense still, and I feel like I'm the only one that can see it, because no one else is calling them out on this. Like, yeah, DC Rebirth is really exciting, but it's very safe. It feels very safe. And I guess when you're bringing back the reason people love certain characters, yeah, you have to be safe so people can go, yeah, I'm here. But also, like, as an artist, you should never be giving people what they want. You should be giving them what they need. And, you know, more of the old stuff is fine, but it's like McDonald's. You know, you can have it for a short while, but eventually you're gonna get fat and then you die from being obese. So don't be obese and die. And eat healthy stuff that you need, like chicken breast and broccoli. That's good for you. What I'm trying to say is, DC Rebirth feels very, very safe to me, so even though I'm very excited for it, I want something a bit more dangerous. Like, it would have been a bit more exciting for me if they had all of these very, very safe titles, then 3 titles like the Super Young Team, maybe Mystic U, and then something else totally out of left field, like the Call of Cthulhu Adventures. Or a book that is very H.P. Lovecraftian, like it follows a guy focusing on this darker part of the DC universe that I really want to see, and it's literally driving him insane.